2, 3, 4. Yeah. Yeah. So that the rhythm becomes the base of all of your work. Inside leg again, 2 lateral. Lateral is when they move the legs on the same side of their body at the same time. They are not supposed to walk like a camel. They are supposed to walk like a horse. And camels move the legs on the same side of their body at the same time. Horses do not. There.
Unless you're a passive female, then arguably.
Who knows what their legs are doing? I don't even know what their legs are doing.
Neither do I. I have one.
Yeah.
It's just a crazy shuffle.
I'm not exactly sure why you would create a breed to do that, but they did. But
God only knows.
yeah. Yeah.
They could maybe have made them built better. That maybe would have helped.
Adults I can understand, but
That was a good correction. You caught her as soon as she started to deviate out of a classical rhythm. That was perfect. There. And the bend is lovely, right? She's nicely on the outside rein, and the rhythm behind is beautiful because all of a sudden she's tracking up through her front feet, directly through her front feet, with no, just as I said that, she dragged her right toe. But before that, there was no scuff in the toe at all. So all of a sudden, just focusing on the rhythm, and boom, you've got better use of the back and the hind legs. And that is precisely why rhythm is the base of the German training scale, and you need to build everything on solid rhythms. There, like that. Good correction again. So she likes to go lateral when she's coming to the walls. So that's good to know that, because then you can just sort of be a little proactive and say, no, why don't you even think about that? Yeah, right?
that's why I usually don't run it on the wall.
Which is super. Too many people get stuck on the walls all the time.
Yeah.
And their horses just wall dog around with their nose on the wall. Yeah. There. Super. And then a little bit the other way, right? So do some walk work to the right. I think walk work is very important for thoroughbred horses. Just because it has no momentum. And they love to run. So in the walk, you can get some stuff done that makes sense to them not to run. Yeah, super. Good correction on the inside leg there. And then a little straightness on the left shoulder as you bend her into the alignment of your outside aids. There you go. And there, she starts to step right through her footprints again. There, she lost the shoulder a little bit to the left. So both hands to the right to bring that left shoulder to your right thigh. Yeah, like that. So you say, no, don't hide by moving your shoulders outside your haunches. Keep your shoulders in front of your haunches. And she's like, but that's harder. And you're like, yeah, I know. Good girl. Yeah, I know. Good girl. Yes. And then she started to play with how to come out of the base of her neck better. Yeah. Feel that? She all of a sudden reached into your hand better? Yeah. That's because she was straight and through. That's because she was in a good rhythm. You're a little bit sitting off to the left. Push your right knee down instead of lift it. So sit in the very middle of the saddle. There. There you go. Super. Super. And she got better when you stopped being off to the left. That's why our inside leg has to be long, and too many people draw their inside leg up when they use it, and that moves them over to the other side of the horse and actually blocks what you're trying to do. Because when you put weight down your left hip and take it off your right hip, you're actually telling the horse something. Yeah. Yeah. So instead, keep your seat bones a little bit even and keep your inside leg longer as you use it. There you go. So you're in the very center of the saddle. Little catch of the left shoulder there. Yep. And then to the left rein from your outside leg. Yeah. 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 Good catch when she tried to move her shoulders to the outside there. Super. So the walk work is very useful, and carry on with your warm-up. Both hands to the right to catch the left shoulder. Left shoulder is outside the circle. Turn the front end in a little bit to bring the shoulders in front of the hips. And then inside leg to lift the back as you do that. Yeah, and bring the neck and shoulders in around your hip. Yeah, don't let them slide to the outside of the circle. There, like that. Little position on your inside rein, just to flex or pull a little bit around your leg. And then catch the left shoulder with the side of the rein, and then kick up a little bit with your outside leg. As soon as she's in front of herself. So as soon as the shoulders are in front of the hind end, send her a little to the outside rein. There you go. There you go. And her tail started to swing, and she started to track that inside hind up. She started to chew the bit. Yep, there she went behind the leg a little bit. Feel that? Yeah, so bring those shoulders in, because then she went crooked as soon as she went behind the leg. So bring the shoulders in front of her and say, go on, go find the reins. Go find the reins. Not necessarily faster, but a little more power behind. Go on. And bring the shoulders around, both hands to the right, and send her to the left rein again. Little positioning on the inside rein and thumb down on the left. Just encourage her to come a little rounder. Just a little, just encourage, don't insist. And then catch the left shoulder and kick her to the rein again. You're looking for volume behind. There you go, better. There you go, better. And she starts to chew the bit much more. There you go. And go find that outside rein again. Nope, don't put your shoulders to the outside and harden your mouth. Come around my leg and go to the outside rein. There. Yes. Yes. And this is a nice evolution from the finish of our last set we had last time I was here, because this is already where we finished. Yes. There. This is so much more lined up and to the bit and rhythmical behind. So much more. And then a little squeeze of your fingers. Just say, hey, how's it going up there in the bridle? And then straighten her, shoulders out, move them in, and then send her to it again. There. And a little kick on the outside leg. Says, go find that outside rein. Go find that outside rein. And bring the shoulders around in front of her again, and then go find that outside rein. There you go. Now leg yield her whole body out to a bigger circle without losing the shoulder to the outside. So turn the shoulders in as you push the rib cage out. Yep, I know. It's not that easy to do that, but go, yes, there you go. There you go. What we were looking for was for her inside hind to come up under her middle. And it did. And then she struggled with that a little bit, but then it got better. And then turn in, push out, go forward. Turn in, push out, go forward. Yeah, there you go. Push your thumb down. Don't get in a fight. Here. And then change rein. Go the other way. I never thought the mare would be that sound. Ever. So good on everyone involved. Super. So the same thing. Think about just bringing the front end in around your leg, and as soon as it is, a little inside leg to lift her back, and then a little outside leg to kick her to the outside rein. Just you're looking for that right hind to be a little braver on the outside of the circle. Little braver with, nope, she caved in on your leg. Feel it? Yes. That's what you don't want when you close your outside leg. So that's why your inside ankle is ready to keep her up on the outside rein when you use your outside leg. So your inside leg says stay up on the outside rein. Your outside leg says big eye. Big eye. There you go. Be brave. There. Yes, yes, good girl. Yes. Yeah, a little inside leg because she started to fall in. And then send the outside hind up to the outside rein again on the outside of the circle. Little flexion, little outside rein touching the side of her neck. Get her comfortable with the bend again because there she lost the comfort. So bend her and don't kick through yet. Bend her again until she gets comfortable on that outside rein again. And then as soon as she's comfortable on it, you can build the trot with your outside leg. Just keeping her comfortable on that outside rein. There, there, there. And what we're teaching her how to do is get that right hind bigger. Because coming this way, she's going to need that to do the movements in her future. There you go. That right hind has to come around the circle and find the outside rein. Yes, so it has to build its range of motion. Inside leg, don't let her cave in and go flat-sided. And then she has to stay brave with that right hind and test the boundaries of her range of motion. There you go. Good girl. Good girl. Position left, one inside leg, and kick through again. She started to get crooked. There, now post tall and slow, bring her around your hip and push up to the outside rein. There, 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 and that right there is strength development. The more she gets strong in that range of motion, the more you can push it another couple inches next month. Right? There you go. But there you're pretty much tracked up now. That's it. Much closer to being tracked up on that outside hind. There. There. Good girl. Good girl. And then walk and praise her. Okay, so when you release the rein. So your free walk, you're going to just go back. There. Well, that's an issue with her.
Yeah, well, it's like you have to give it away. You give them their head, but you don't give away your connection.
Right. Right. So, I just said an aside to Lauren when you were so amazing, right? Because she looks very fluent, very connected, very capable, right? So now you're just pushing the boundaries and making that even better. But she showed no itching to get along. She showed no limitation. Wow, right? Like, so kudos to all the work that you've put in, right? And it's really starting to bear fruit now, where you've got a significantly more capable horse, right? And so there is basically the next piece is you want me to put anything motion in our outside on the board, right? But finish that stride all the way up to the outside forward. Okay, so you're just building the volume behind, right? And that will make her more capable of getting off her front end. The more you build the volume behind, the further forward the hind feet land, the more they can raise their shoulders.
Right.
Right? Yeah. So that's
the
just physics, right? Yeah. So that's sort of your job over the next couple of months is just keep focusing those hind legs further up on her. And what you've got very good at doing with this horse, which is critical for this horse, is pressuring tactfully.
You cannot force her.
Right.
It will not go
Hey,
well.
I had one season with a wonderful horse that I rode called Standish, where it was my objective to get a test back that did not say tactfully ridden. I had 5 in a row
Oh no.
that said tactfully ridden. I didn't want the judge to know that I was keeping the shit together. Right? Like, right? I wanted the judge to say, oh, how nice, not, ooh, what a nice job he's doing keeping that under wraps. Right? So tact is a wonderful gift, right? It's how you talk to a horse that instead of just attacking them, right? You're like, come on, here, give it a go.
Yep.
All right. So now what we're going to do is playing a little bit with some leg yielding to try to help her with that range of motion, right? So we're going to started to walk, you're going to turn down the center line and leg yield over to the wall. Now, here's the thing. As you move her off the inside leg into your outside eight, you'll feel a moment when she steps into the outside eight. At that moment, I want you to just take your outside leg and encourage her up to the outside ring. So it's over and then up, and over and then up, and over and then up. You try to help her because the leg is preparing her support and loosens her low back, which should make it easier to get that. You're going to keep her a little bit straighter than some of the other leg throws, right? You only want to pull the leading by the future. So go ahead and try and do your leg. Over, and as she steps into your outside leg, push her up a little, move her over, push her up, move her over, push her up. Good! Good! She's playing with how to use her hind legs there. You feel that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so go down the center line, do it again. Just turn down your center line, and once again, leg yield her over to your outside ring. As you step her over, step her forward. As she steps into your right leg, the right leg encourages that right hind, and go find the right ring as she's moving over. Get slow, move her over. There. There. Yes. Well done. Well done. Feel like you've got right over your outside ring?
Yeah.
That's her outside ring moving forward.
It's funny because I feel like at practice the drop leg goes for first test too so much, but it's almost like screw dropping them, walk them all the time.
Well, because it walk has no momentum.
Right.
She has articulately step and walk.
Right.
And then move her over, move her up to your right hand. Move her over, move her up to your right hand. There you go. There you go. Feel her start to play with really trying behind the saddle?
Yeah.
Yes, and then onto your center line, one more this way, then we're going to do a couple the other way. Then we're going to go to the trot and see if it was helpful. Right? Yeah. Relax your shoulder. Lift your tummy to your fingers. Feel softly the arch of your back. Bring it to your outside edge. Move her up to your outside edge. Bring it to your outside edge. Move her up to your outside edge. So just notice thus the straight ring, right? You got to ride her up to the right ring. That has to be straight ring. But yes, you can have the shoulder leading by an inch or so, which is correct in a leg lift. Now this time you're going to change direction and move her off your other leg on the center line. So you're going to be straight first stride or two, and then change the flexion and move her over to your left. Okay, straight, two right, two left, no bend, and then slightly position right, and start moving your consciously leading your left like that. Make the shoulder lead by an inch. Bring that right hind up. Now, and then ride it a little up to your left. And there. There. Left brain, catch the shoulder. And then feel the rhythm as you turn onto the center line here. Feel the rhythm in your seat. Support it with your left. 1, 2, 3, 4. She went a little arrhythmical in the left hand. So you want to maintain rhythm in the left hand. Yes. You try to run sideways instead of step up. So position right. There. There. Good girl. Good effort. Good effort. Much better effort this time. Move her over to your left lane. Move her up to your left lane. Move her over to your left lane. Move her up to your left lane. There you go. There you go. Good girl. Good girl. Let's do one or two more of those, and then we're going to play with the trot and see if it was helpful. But you feel how you're getting her back into the saddle and big rotary motion in her hind legs, which is just going further down and rotary trot. Too much positioning in front. A little straighter in front. Yeah. I understand. do one more with her really lined up on your outside rein like that. Walk is good now on the inside, huh?
Yeah, she seems more settled. Into
Yeah,
it.
yeah. And this is quiet work too, which is good for her mind. Super. There you go. Too much up front. Straight there. Straighten that left rein. Now move her into that straight there. Yes. Yes. Up like that. There. So that over position to the inside is a little bit of a safe space that you don't need anymore. Right? Now if she was ever to get wound up and worried, put her there. If you don't need it like you used to, you can make it a little bit straighter on the outside and keep ready. One more. So what? That's good for her. There. Little squeeze of your fingers there. She just got a little tight. There. Now, go find a prop. That's right. Up to your right. Drop into your feet. Squeeze your fingers a little bit. And push your thumbs down. Inside leg in position, the inside rein slightly. Put the outside rein on the side of her neck. And now open your inside rein an inch or two off her neck and make your circle smaller. Now push her up a little bit with your outside rein. Come on, position it. Without over, just the pull, not so much the neck. There, like that, with an opening rein, so it's more of a leading pressure than a backward pressure. Come on, open it, feel a little bit that right rein, and turn her. Good. Now push her over to that left rein with your right leg as you do that. So what you're looking for is the leaving of the base of the neck to the bit with her neck mirrors the amount of bend you have under your inside leg instead of there's more. Right? But you still need the positioning on the inside rein, thus the leading rein. And then, yeah, there you go. Now make the circle like a meter smaller by turning in. And as you do that, add a little bit of the outside leg, push her up to the squeeze of your outside leg. And a little flexion on the right, push your thumb down on the left. As you keep the hind legs coming up to the outside leg. And then a little positioning, and a little thumb down on the outside rein as you lift her into the squeeze of your outside hand. As you press her towards the squeeze of your outside. And the squeeze of the hand is like squeezing a sponge in the water, not like pulling with your elbow. There. There. Super. Chambering. So then you go from bending straight to bending the other way. Now, open your inside rein, let the outside rein find the side of the neck. Push your inside knee down, roll your ankle and under your feet, and then once you find your straight reach in the outside rein, just like in the leg heel. Push her through a little bit with your outside leg. There. Well lifted. A little straighter at the base of her neck with your right rein. And then squeeze it, push your thumb down and fill it up again with your outside leg. Forward. Forward for the outside leg. And straighter at the base of your neck. Straighter on the outside and push her forward. There you go. There you go. You don't need a little positioning anymore. You make her straighter and push to it. There you go. There you go. Feel your outside edge come online. There. There. Yes, girl. Well, now do whatever you want for them. But that's really a lovely progression. Bump, 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 bump. Rhythm. Did it into your start all the way. And that's a little driving aid and the feeling of the rhythm in your abs. There. There. And do something beside that. Anything. Yeah, good. Right leg straight. Right towards it as you move over. That's it. Good. Lift your tummy to the feel in your hand. Relax your shoulders. Squeeze your fingers. Don't pull with your arms. You can feel the arch of your back. You can squeeze your fingers. There. Like that.
Everybody to remember that moment.
And relax your shoulder. And wrap your feet. And give a little squeeze in your fingers. She set her mouth a little too much. Just a little squeeze in your fingers. Say, hey, talk to me. Hey, talk to me. There you go. So you don't want, you never want to feel like the reins are a rope tied to a rock, right? Like, yeah. There. See how just playing with your fingers a little bit said, hey girl, what are you doing up in the mountain, right? Like, don't do that. Change right now. And you turn. That's how you set it up. There you go. And then find that somewhere between the sound and the and move her over to your left. Two fingers straight on the left. And lift her barrel with your right leg. Squeeze your fingers a little bit. And push over to your left leg. And then push up to your left. There you go. Bring those hind feet up to your hands. Bring those hind feet up to your hands. There you go. Now do a 10-meter circle off the wall. Sit up. Bring that outside rein and leg around. A little positioning on the inside rein. A little inside leg to keep her back up. And to the outside rein. To the outside rein. There you go. And go ahead and walk for a second. And praise. Love her up a lot. Okay, so the session we have last time, we took everything seriously and really went to work a little bit. And like what Keith was telling you about these first things. So all of this that you were just doing is in the direction you want to go. And it's all that. So you're getting it quite able to apply persuasive aids without being big figure eight. Right? You're getting able to feel what's happening underneath you more succinctly. Right? And the horse is getting more and more used to being brought within the aids in a clear way. Right? So, like, from when you were from Keith to the session we had last time to this session, it's all on the right track. Her feet are cleaner, she's more on the aid, she's less visibly resistant. Which is all progress. And that's how progress is made, is quietly over time. Very rarely do you have something that you come in and you get this lesson and it's like magic and everything is different forever. It's like a myth. Right? Like, it does happen once in a blue moon, like all myths. But that's usually when somebody's doing something really wrong. And it gets hit. It's very rarely able to evolve radically quickly when everything has been being done right. It just doesn't work like that. So what I'm saying here is, there you go. That's more in the direction you need to be, and everything is so much more unengaged, so much more advanced, so much more thoughtfully done. And that's where you want to take that. And then notice that the more you rode like that, the more you want to sit like that.
Yeah.
And so that's a positive feedback, right? You all of a sudden get rewarded for feeling the arch of your back and your fingers with your shoulders soft and your leg done around the horse. And you're all of a sudden like, oh wow, that's why they talk about that. Right?
It's only in the last, I would say, probably month-ish that I've actually sick.
Yeah.
Like, I want to be enjoying. Not that I'm trying, just the back wasn't there, and now, like, there are moments I'm like, whoa.
It's a place to sit. It's a place to sit. How cool is that?
Yeah. Or Canter on Monday, I did, like, just all transition work. It's like, ooh. This river has a back today? What is this?
So, speaking of transitions, that's what we're going to do next.
Yay.
So, you just spent time with that walk lady, loosening her back behind the saddle and getting her to stay with a looser her legs. And you could wow, that helps her find moving motion. So that gives you a little bit of like, oh, okay, I can do that earlier with range of motion. So now what we're going to do is say, okay, so now we want to help that range of motion have more strength and push in it. So when you do a walk to trot transition, the most powerful strides you get as far as pushing are those first 4 or 5 strides that get you from walking, which has no momentum, to trotting, which has momentum, but you've got to get the body moving. So it's those first 4 or 5 steps of the trot that are actually the most pushing. Right? Because she's increasing her miles per hour. So she pushes to go from walk to trot. Right? So those are our most engaging steps. So we want to use that. So what we're going to do is have situations where you push her up to the trot. Let's go to the left first with that. On a big circle. So we're going to basically be doing a bunch of walk-trot transition and trot-walk transition to get back to the walk. And working on those pushing steps on the up and you want to feel the initiation of the trot come from the hind legs, not from the front legs. So you want to sort of stretch up over the hind legs, feel your hip-to-hand connection, and as you close your leg around her and say, go on, go find the end of the range, find the trot, you want to feel through your hip into your range the push of her hind legs. Yes. Because that takes a lot of pressure off her top leg.
It's so funny because I feel like that's exactly what you just said. It takes the pressure off her, makes it harder for me.
Yes, I would agree. But which of you is more important? Right? Like, right? Like, yeah. Yeah, right. Yeah. So stretch up, shorten your reins like 1 or 2 finger width. So when your elbows hang on your hips, you just have that sort of spring-loaded feeling of the mouth in your 2 middle fingers. And then relax your shoulders. There. And then squeeze your fingers without tightening your arms or your shoulders. And feel the support for that in your abs and back, not in your arms or shoulders. So hang it out and squeeze your fingers. Yep. Like that. Doing it. And you might need to play with your rein. You might need to be a finger width shorter. So you don't have to do that little pull back to feel the mouth. Particularly if she's not shoving her nose out. Right? So that, yeah, when they stop shoving their nose out, you have to shorten your reins there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And bring your hip to your hand. Lift your tongue. Feel your leg come down around her. A soft little squeeze in your fingers as you press her up into the trot. Super. Super. And walk. When you walk, I want you to post it down. So I want your posting to get smaller and closer to the tack over the course of like 3 or 4 steps. I don't want you to sit and stop.
So dressage post to hunter post to walk.
Sure. But I don't want you to stop her with your hands like you did there.
Okay, gotcha. I think I'm like trying to think sit, but in sitting I'm just getting tight.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's why I want you to post it down. Right? Now that same up transition, because that was very easy. And then press up into your press, and then start coasting it down the wall. Good. And up, press up. A little more press, press. There, bigger, press. Yep, feel it? Feel her fill the ring? There, and then coast that down the walk without losing that feeling of filling the ring. Ah, better. Feel her step into the walk there?
Yeah.
So that time, instead of breaking the trot, you initiated the walk. You see what I'm saying the difference is?
Yeah.
You rode her into the walk instead of stopping the trot.
So is that what I should think about, center line to halt?
Yes, 100%, because then you will get a fluent halt instead of her being abrupt and behind the leg.
So question though, because first level it's trot to halt, so, but I mean, I feel like it's not quite that stuff, like if there's a half a walk step.
Okay, so when you are performing a test, you can only perform to the level of your training.
Right.
So you don't muck the training up to try to do the transition ahead of where the horse is at.
Gotcha.
Right? Or anything else. Right? Like anything else you're doing, don't try to do something your training hasn't gotten to.
Okay.
Right? Just do it the way you do it and let the judge score whatever they want. Right?
Fair.
And then, and you know how many times I've been lectured by a judge on doing something that I knew I didn't do on purpose? Okay. Thank you so much for your input. Right? One of the big ones is where they want you to just take the reins in the free walk and throw them at the horse.
Yeah.
I'd never do that.
That's dumb.
Right?
It doesn't work.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
Especially because then you go to pick them up and they're like, yeah, I thought we were done.
Right? Now I can make my reins look quite floppy and still have contact.
Seems.
And up to the trunk. Because I got chatting and lost our exercise. Yeah, bigger. Press. Fun. You want to feel more thrust in those transitions and then go right down the walk without using the word. It's fluent. Oh, yes. So there, she initiated the walk instead of stopping the trot. See what I'm saying? That's very critical, that starts to be all of your down transitions.
Because even
Right? So
after back is still forward.
yes. So you're looking to step into whatever gate you're going to, not get out of whatever gate you're in. At this time in the other transition, more quick. A little bit more wrapping your leg. You can find where you got it. And cross. Good. And press up. There you go. And pull up your tummy up to your handful and say, bega. Not fasta. There. Better. A little squeeze in your fingers. Ask her to be a little softer in the mouth. There. Now ride that transition into walk. A little smaller and slow. Good. Now ride up to your heart.
Up to the what?
Right up to your heart. Good. Coming up. Start small and push the key up, 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 up. Right up. The hind legs up to your hands. Close your leg and push your feet up. There. So you ride up to the halt, just like you ride up to the walk. Can you see how you did that?
Yeah.
Because you started to halt
Yeah.
by stopping and walk, and instead, what I just made you do was ride up to halt.
Right.
So that's the same foot. And that was just because you had asked about the halt earlier.
Yeah.
Okay, so now go forward, ride her towards the ring. And go on here, move your feet out. Go on. Don't park out, go forward. There. This is her chain ring. Shorten your inside ring a little bit. Good. Now this same thing, when you go up to the front, press up to your hand a little bit. So you're not, you want to feel those pushing steps after she initiates her trot. So you're going to press up to that outside ring a little bit as she finds the trot. And go to trot. And press up to your outside ring. Go flex and squeeze. You don't have to have a hold. And then press up. be afraid of the right side. She's so much stronger than she used to be. Nice, a little flexion, a little inside leg. You're trying to hide her deficiency, so this is school and not a show. When you're in the ring at a show, you feel free to mask whatever you want to mask. But in training, expose her. So turn her nose a little right, use your inside leg to get her back up, and then ask her to push to your outside ring. Push. A little flexion, a little inside leg. Go on, more hind leg. Press her up. Yeah, there you go. There you go. There you go. Good for curveball. And then down to walk with it. Smaller, quiet. Walk forward to the ring. Yes! Well done. And then the trot again. Looking for the pushing steps to your outside ring. Yeah. Inside leg and a little suppling in the transition, and she's going to try to brace off. And then track. Come on, find the ring. Find the ring through your hop. Go to the right, she's trying to have a little pulse. Which is normal when you put the outside rein to a horse's mouth like that, and they're not used to filling it.
Yeah.
They will sometimes twist to the outside like that, so that's just a little inside leg and rein, and then kick up again. Come on, more hind leg. Bigger. Bigger. There you go. Better. Down to walk. Smaller. Good. Trot. Bigger. Position and inside leg. And bigger. Bigger. There. Good. Now we're going to go the other one. So bigger. So float your tummy, close your leg. Bigger. Good. 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 Now stretch up. Now you're going to have a little transition within the bigger part. We're not going to call it the medium or anything. We're going to call it bigger. So press the hind feet out of her nostrils a little bit. Not faster. Float your tummy, get left behind. Put 60% of the horse out in front of your hips with your leg. Out to your hips. Lift your tummy, put your shoulders back, lift your hips forward, and push her out in front of that heel. Wait for it with your seat. Push her out to the ring with your leg and stay behind her. There you go. That's where your body needs to be. You feel it? Bring your hips to your hand. Tell her to go find her ring without moving her feet. That's how fast. She's got to open her ring and push. There. Now let it settle back to the working gait. But support it. So she tried to go behind. You said ease off, it's okay to go to working. She said, I'm going to go to putt putt. How about that? And you're like, no, stay up the ring. Stay up the ring. This is not a thing you got to make. There. Super. Change rein again. Big right hind, put your right leg to your right rein, and then straight. And then you bend a little bit to the right leg, and then you turn from your outside leg, and then you keep her coming. You also keep her coming. Come on, keep coming. Outside leg, outside leg, inside leg, lift her back, inside leg, lift her coming. This way. Open your outside leg, and then kick it forward. Keep brave. There you go. Keep brave. There you go. That's it. Keep going. There's another bridge in there. Come on. Go after it. Go after it. You're pushing me. Float your tummy up so it's not just feet. Kick it through. And there you go. Look at that. There you go. Then if you're trying to go out, you go. Bring your head forward and shoulder back. Drop it into your feet. Lift your hip to your contact and say, go find the hip-to-hand connection from my leg to my fingers. The arch in your back supports your hand. Lift of your tummy is the hop. There you go. Now this way she has to feel a little. Okay? That will change over time, but right now she feels a little quicker than to the left. Which is a little bit opaque. She just doesn't quite have the strength to lift as much as Because you're adding that little up to the outside rein from your outside leg to the end of the over.
Yep.
So that's going to make your leg heel force way up.
Okay.
Right? And you're keeping her straighter because you're being aware of where the shoulder and the haunch is on the outside of that circle.
Yep.
Super. And then change your brain. Lift your tummy, put your shoulders back over your hips. Lift your sternum up to your hand. Push the horse out to your hand. Move your hands and